Hey guys, KUZO here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a lag test for artists on the iPad Pro 12.9-inch 256 gig 2021 model with that M1 in it. And I actually have my 2017 model over here as well, 12.9 256 gigs. So we're actually going to be doing a specific test on this one as well, comparing it to the 2021 model a little bit later into the video, just for a good little comparison, something fun that's kind of a difference in years, obviously, and just see how much it's improved or how much it hasn't improved, really. So what we're going to be doing is a test between all these apps. We're going to start with Sketchbook. We're going to do Paintstorm, Medibang, Clip Studio, and Procreate. These are the apps I use the most, and Clip Studio is the one I use the most out of all of them. Alrighty, so the guidelines for the test is basically going to be a canvas size that's going to be 8,000 by 5,000, and we're going to max out the brush that we're going to be using to the highest size it can go. And the whole reason why I'm using 8,000 by 5,000 is because somewhat of a traditional manga page, which is when I use my traditional manga pages, they were about 17 inches by 24, which I translated back over to Clip Studio, which is what I do my manga pages in. So that's roughly the size that I use for my manga pages. The actual translation of pixels is about 5,900 to 8,400 for the size of that. But we're going to be going a little bit lower just to have it at an even amount. So we are actually going to be going ahead and showing you that it is 8,000 by 5,000 here, just doing it that way so it's a landscape, so it's a little bit more immersive. So save, create a new sketch, and we got a whole new canvas here. So let's get into it. So we got an airbrush. It's completely maxed out here, and we're gonna go ahead and just do nice swaths here. So this is completely, it's not lagging at all. And honestly, I mean, it's looking really good here. But one thing you're going to notice is look at the size of the brush compared to this page. So they max out the size of your brush at a much lower pixel size. And you'll see that in other apps such as Procreate. They make the size of your brush smaller so there's less chance of lag. But at the same time, I wish they would give you the option to go higher, because it feels like this thing is there to kind of hold your hand, when I feel like me as a creator, I would like to be able to have the chance to either have it lag or not, because sometimes I need the brush to be that big. So now let's go to this one. This one has actually capped my size at 7,000 by 5,000. It just won't let me go above that. When I do, it gives me a little message. So we're just going to keep it at this, and let's go ahead. Our brush is maxed out to 1,000 there. And see, that one went up to 1,000, and you'll notice a size difference. I believe the other one capped us at like maybe 500 roughly. Now you'll notice a size difference here. There's a bit of a size difference, and there's a much, wow, do you see that? Okay, so this lags a lot, quite a lot more than Sketchbook did. So this might be an optimization problem as well for this program. Let's give another brush a shot real quick. Oops, nope. Okay, let's well, see, if I go to this brush, this is a more complicated brush, I think. Let's turn the size all the way up. Yeah, look at that lag there. Let's do another color. Just, oh, it's not even gonna let me select a color when I'm doing that. Okay, let's do that. Let's just for the heck of it, go down a little bit. Let's see what it does halfway. Okay, so it's still pretty intense halfway, the lag. That's very interesting. So, okay, so this one definitely lags. Could be an optimization feature or problem. Not sure. Guess we'll find out in the future. But let's go to Medibang now. So we are maxed out at 500 pixels. They won't let us go anything above that. And you can see there's no lag here. We do have it at 8,000 by 5,000. You can see right down there, and it's not lagging. I'm gonna change the color a little bit. Maybe go ahead and change the pen even. Let's go to airbrush. Airbrush is always one of those pens that they're very intensive when it comes to, at 500. Oh, Oh, we're getting some lag there. Do you see that? It's not too bad though. But notice this is the same size as Sketchbook, and man, the pencil size is so small. I think Sketchbook actually allowed us to go up to 1,000 pixels, I believe. Because this is 500, and I think Sketchbook's was almost like double the size of this. So Medibang is definitely capping you, and if you were to do it full comic book size, this size for an airbrush just, it doesn't really cut it. But you're not going to be using airbrush that much in a manga page or a comic page, so I don't see that to be that big of a problem. But it still does pretty decent. Like, you can go slow with it, but the moment you go fast, it definitely does lag. And it's super surprising with this being, you know, the M1 chip and everything. Maybe it's optimization again, but I just don't know. I feel like it should hustle a little bit harder on these programs. So we have a pencil. Oh, changed on me with the tap there. We have a pencil, and it is at 2,000. So that is a big difference. I think that is double what the other programs are letting us do. We'll see with Procreate next as well, but let's give this a good. So this, you can tell this is already pretty big, and wow, see, it's actually doing pretty good here. But it's still lagging, but we're like really pushing this. And once again, just to show you, so you do know, with the canvas here, canvas size, it is 8,000 by 5,000 on this one. They have no canvas restrictions. So far, the only canvas restriction I've seen is on Paintstorm. So now let's maybe go to another brush here. No, let's go to this brush. I know, okay, so this is a very intensive brush, already at 2,000. Let's give this one a shot. It's going to be interesting here. Ready? Let's do it. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. So with more intensive brushes at this size, I mean, who's going to be doing these massive swaths? I mean, you might be doing them for backgrounds, but this is a little unrealistic. This is still survivable, to be honest. Like, look at this. But this is only, now keep in mind, this is only one layer with no effect layers. So the more layers you get and the more complicated layers you put on, the more it has a chance to lag. So let's go to the airbrush real quick. Airbrush is always intensive. Not as intensive as this brush, but let's see. It's already at 2,000. Okay, it's doing all right. Let's clear out here so we can get a better. Yeah. Oh wow. So the airbrush is doing really nice in here. Actually, that's pretty decent. The other brush really was very intensive, so this is actually pretty good. This is pretty good. It still lags though. You can see it. You could see it if you do it fast, but it's doing pretty decent. Now let's go to Procreate here. Oop, some of my drawings here. Now we got 8,000 by 5,000 right here, and we have only 16 layers. See, one big difference between Procreate and Clip Studio is Clip Studio actually allows you to go up to as many layers as you want. They don't hold your hand really. Apps like this do this so that way they can optimize it so that way they don't have any lag problems. But let's go ahead and grab a brush here, and it is up as big as it can go. So let's go ahead and, wow. Okay, so this, no lag at all. And no surprise, Procreate is, but notice actually the size difference. The size difference. Let's actually go back to Clip Studio real quick. So notice the massive size difference in brush here. Oh, that's not, so you can't really tell with this one because it's like a spray brush, but maybe let's go here. Wow, do you see that massive size difference? And it's night and day. I think Procreate is limiting us to 1,000, I think. But let's actually go to maybe airbrush. Let's go to Procreate's airbrush real quick. This is the soft one. This is pretty much the same thing as I was using over there. Maybe I'm wrong, so let's go ahead and let's clear this out. Clear. Okay, so, oh no. Oh wow, that is massive. Never mind. I think there's some things with the brush settings that if you make your kind of the brush nib smaller in the actual settings, it will make the brush in general smaller. So that's actually very impressive. Look at that. Same size. I take it back, Procreate. You're doing good. What? That's very, very impressive. And look at that lag. There's not like non-existent. And this is what I mean by there is a difference in nib size. So this is a pencil. Now look at this. This is the max it can go. So there's different nib sizes that you can use. And yeah. Now, as a little comparison, we've gotten it to lag not on Procreate but Clip Studio, and we can do maybe a comparison. I don't believe it's gonna lag on. I don't believe it's gonna lag any different. Okay, so mine is pressure sensitive right now, so if I turn off the pressure sensitivity on this, it would actually do the full page. Okay, so this is pretty big, but it's still not as big as Procreate, surprisingly. That's impressive. So let's go ahead and do a tiny little comparison, just quick, for this one compared to the 2017 model, 12.9, 256 gigs. Let me put my other one down. And let's do a tiny little comparison just really fast, just to see the difference in lag here. Let's go to Clip Studio. Sorry, I had a bit of a problem there. My pen wasn't connected. Unlike the other one, you have to plug it into its bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the airbrush. We're at 2000. This is, let me focus in here. We're at 2000 and the canvas size is the same. So let's give it a good swat. So, okay. So this is the thing with these. I'm still pretty surprised here, pen pressure's off, that it's not that much different. Look at it. Do you see that? So, wow. Huh. I mean, so this is 2017. That's what's impressive about this iPad. And this was years ago compared to the M1. I mean, we're talking about not that big of a difference. Let's grab the M1 again. Let's put this down just for a quick little, wish I could do a side by side, but my setup isn't really set up for these cool little tech reviews. Okay, let's pull this guy off and let's clear this out. And you guys just saw the other one, so let's go ahead and, so you could see there's a difference, but it's not that big. So it's like, is the upgrade worth it? I don't know. I'll have to save that for a review video maybe. But in any case, that is my lag test review, and well, kind of test, and we actually did get it to lag on some programs. Who knows, could be optimization, not sure, but we did get it to lag, which is pretty crazy. So in any case, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you guys did like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new to this channel, like you see, please subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified when each video comes out. Like always, guys, have a great day. Huge thanks to my Patreons. If you guys want to help support what I do on this channel and help support my artists, check out my Patreon, do art tutorials on there and stuff like that, and show my manga. And yeah, in any case, have a good day, and I'm signing out. Peace out.